Greetings, Summer of '89 fans. Today is January the 14th of 2021. I began this playlist in 2011, so this is our 10th anniversary of the Summer of '89. It's our centennial celebration, and I'm trying to make some new content for you, trying to creatively recombine things and make some short videos. You may have seen a couple of them already. You're going to see some more. But today I was having a conversation with Lars Carlson on Facebook, and we got to talking about a couple in particular where Chantal interviewed Bill Murray on Good Morning America. They broke it into 2 days. So the first one aired on Thursday, June the 14th. That's my sister's birthday, of 1989. And the second half aired Friday, June 15th of 1989. And since I had other things that I taped chronologically in between them, I presented them on two separate videos. They appear in part 4 and part 7. But hey, why don't we squish them together and see what the whole thing would play like start to finish? Here we go.
You know, the fear we had was that we would make a disastrous, sequel that just appeared to be for the purposes of making money. Mm-hmm. And it's obviously not. It's obviously a lot more, styling went into it than into the first one even. The first one was really a magical movie, but a lot of work went into this to make it good. All right, suck in the guts, guys. We're the Ghostbusters.
Yes, they are back, but Bill Murray is the wisecracker.
Don't put any of those old cheap moves on me.
No.
It's different.
I have all new cheap moves.
Most Bill Murray movies are outlets for his comic creativity. Dramatic roles like his 1984 movie, The Razor's Edge, are rare. Will we see you do something like that again? I miss you as a dramatic actor.
Well, you're one of the few, and I'm going to put you on my mailing list. I like doing, you can't just always do projects that are close to your heart, but this is a project that's close to my heart. Not that the subject matter is so important, but working with these people is close to my heart. These are people I've known for my whole professional life, and we've gone from, starving thieves to overfed, hired fellas. One friend of mine said, it's not so much what kind of work you're doing, what kind of project you pick, but how you work when you're doing whatever project you work on. So I'm a very serious actor when I'm doing what looks like just a very sellable commercial movie. So it's really how hard you work, and those things are often, a fate says, well, a director has a script or someone brings something in. You can't always work in your garden. Sometimes you got to wash the dishes. So it's like that. It'll come around. I've got some other things that I'm going to do.
I find that fascinating. People would look at you and say, this man is one of the funniest men on the planet. He is successful in whatever he does. He is married to a wonderful person. He has beautiful children. Bill Murray worries about nada. Nothing worries him. He's afraid of nothing.
Well, no, that's, of course, you have to worry you're dead. I mean, all you can be is as much as you can, and if you're still alive, you haven't gone as far as you can. So every time you drift away and your mind wanders, you think about anything that's, any of the distractions, the major ones, you're wasting time and you're not doing something, you're not doing something positive. Right? People think, oh, he's got everything, he's got a house and a swimming pool. What more does anybody want? Well, go ahead, get the house and the swimming pool, and then you'll find out there's a lot more to want. You just exchange. I was talking about this with Michael Chapman, the cinematographer of Ghostbusters, this morning. And we said, well, he said, I always thought once you got the money thing licked, everything else would just fall into line. And they said, and I've been talking to people lately, and they say that they just have other problems. And you just exchange problems, that's all. You don't, when they say the grass is always greener, it's true, it looks better over there, but it's not. It's just different problems. Everyone has it. Nobody really thinks that, people put on this planet with no problems. That doesn't sound right, does it?
How does Bill Murray, family man, sound? Tomorrow he talks about the importance of parenting.
part of her interview with Bill Murray, Chantal uncovers a side of the comedian that provides insight into the funny side we see on screen, currently in Ghostbusters 2.
He had some sort of clear liquid coming out of his mouth, too.
I bet you're a great dad. I wonder if that stems from the fact that you're such a family man. Family is very important to you, is it not?
Well, yeah, I'm not going to be on the cover of Parents Magazine. I don't think they'll choose me this week, but I come from a big family to begin with. I have my own family, too, but I've always, you know, kids were inevitable. I lived with, you know, we had 9 kids and we had 3 bedrooms, so they were pretty much everywhere, stumbling over them as my whole life, and so I never thought of them as weird or unusual. They just were always there, and lots of them. So kids don't frighten me. I don't know. I'm more terrified of being a total failure than anything else. I mean, it's the fear of failure as a parent that really is. There was in the Catholic Church, they used to say you could be forgiven if you really were sorry or if you had a fear of hell. You know, and I used to think, well, how second-rate to have a fear of hell? Well, being a failure as a parent is a fear of hell, and it all makes perfect sense to me now. There are people that I've failed, I think, and disappointed. You know, I've disappointed some people, and that, you know, I've made some people cry, and I've made some people, you know, very unhappy. And, you know, hopefully that if you don't just block it out completely, that serves as a motor to try a little harder with the next person.
It wasn't too long ago I read, and I'm so sorry because she sounded like such a wonderful lady that you lost your mom. Emily Dickinson writes somewhere, hold your parents tenderly because without them, the world is a strange and lonely place.
Well, my father died when I was 17, and my mother just died last year, so those words are, you know, you can't get anyone back that's gone. And it really is an unusual feeling, and those words are right, and everyone should listen to that. It's true that when both your parents are gone, you really have a sense of aloneness, and that is scary, really terrifying. It's like being lost.
I imagine.
As a child, you really don't have anyone to help anymore, and there's a completely different feeling. I'm a completely different person. Not completely different, but I'm a very different person, just knowing that I don't have anyone that's a touchstone like that to tell me it was good or you're bad or what to do, give me advice. It's an unusual feeling, and you really feel like you're in the current of time, you know something takes you. We were all the family was with her when she died, too. It was an amazing moment. And I mean, I wish everyone could have that experience. I don't wish being rich or famous on anyone, but if you can ever be present when, you know, your parents pass away, I mean, everyone kissed her goodbye and she took her last breath and died. I mean, you couldn't have wanted anything more for her or for yourself. And, you know, just to have those moments alone, that moment, and the peace on her face, I mean, was you know, a real mysterious thing. I mean, something you don't ever forget.
Bill Murray.